Forget about it. Do a little concert here. Oh man, I'm trying to do some new songs. I'm adding to my set list here. You know, everybody knows all the standard ones. The Brooklyn song, People Change. Everybody's got problems. Lover's Game, Feeling Good Tonight. This is a song. It's called Without You. I wrote this for my beautiful wife Jennifer. I miss her very, very much. How you doing, everybody? Salud, Gentani. What's up there? Hey, William. How you doing, brother? Official Wolf of Brooklyn. How you doing? Jeremy, what's going on? This is a very touching song here. This is a tough one to play. Wake up alone today. Go to sleep alone, and I pray without you, without you. You were my whole life, raising the kids all alone. Need you so much out of zone without you, without you. Try to be strong, it's you that I long. Now I must spend my whole life without you by my side. Pain and suffering I cannot hide. How am I supposed to live without you? Time passes by, I think of you. I remember when you were here, seems like yesterday without you, without you. Is this real? It's surreal. I know your spirit is here. When I need you, I have no fear without you, without you. You are my angel for life. Now I must spend my whole life without you by my side. Pain and suffering I cannot. Oh man, this is too hard to sing, man. I'm gonna cry. This is one of my newer songs. Give me a minute. I'm getting emotional with this one. Oh, it's too hard, man. Who's this song about? It's about my wife Jennifer. I'll get to it. Just let me catch my breath. It's about my beautiful wife Jennifer. If anybody doesn't know, my wife Jen, if you're new to the live stream, passed away after a 10-year battle with cancer. God bless her. So I gotta practice this one too. It's one of my newer ones. I love her. I miss her every single second. Hey, Sasha. So that's the music of the song. I do these lives. It's a good opportunity for me to practice too. I hope you don't mind. I get a chance to do a little bit of both practice and entertain. So let's try it one more time here. Very hard song to sing. I get very emotional with this, man. I think about my wife. I miss her every second. Oh, and my mom and my beautiful dog Chloe. But this song really, really touches my heart. Wake up alone today. Go to sleep alone, and I pray without you, without you. You are my whole life, raising the kids all alone. Need you so much, out of zone without you, without you. Try to be strong, it's you that I long. Now I must spend my whole life without you by my side. Pain and suffering I cannot hide. That's a really high note, man. Might have to lower the key here a little bit, but anyway, you get the point. How's everybody doing? It's too emotional, that song. We're going to go on to some happy music. We got Sasha here. We got Jeremy here. I wrote this one 5 months ago. Yeah, it's a good song here. Back to the Future. I'll do that one again. I got to warm up my voice a little bit. Those are really high notes there. Plus, it's very, very emotional. It's like it's a double trouble here. Back to the Future. How's everybody doing? It's hard to be single in this crazy world that we're living in today. It's a nutty world, man. It's a nutty, nutty world. I wrote this song called How Many Times a Day. This is a song about a guy who's very shy. He doesn't know what a good pickup line would be for a girl. We'll do that one first. How many times a day? We're going to do it this year, all of us. We're going to have a great year, 2026. I was listening to this song, Holding Back the Years. I don't know if you ever heard of that before. The great Simon and Garfunkel, but this was just Garfunkel. And he did this, it's a really, really great song. It's like this really soulful song. And I wanted to write something like that, But I was also thinking of, Sting too. I was thinking something really soulful. So again, this is about a guy who's really shy, doesn't know the right line to say to a girl. He's chicken shit. He doesn't want to make an ass out of himself. Anyway, how many times a day? Which is, a lot of people think how many times a day means like something like sexual. No, how many times a day means like how many times is he going to be a coward? How many times is he going to chicken out? Like when is he going to get the cannolis, the bowls? When is he going to get the bowls to like just approach the girl, talk to her, and do it? Anyway, let's do it. I want to know your name. Such a simple request feels just like a game. Now you're here with me. I want to make a move. Give me a signal to see. pressure's on you, you're about to leave. In myself I have to believe. My confidence I have to retrieve. Oh yeah. How many times a day, yeah? How many times a day? How many times a day, yeah, do I have to say hello for the first time? Need a little saxophone here. Hey, what's up, baby? Thank you. Maybe my luck has changed. When I lost hope, the plot just got rearranged. Now you're back and staring at me. Now I'm waiting to see. Maybe you will make the first move, a point you want to prove that breaking the ice is not so hard. It just takes a little faith. Don't make me wait no more. How many times a day, yeah? How many times a day? How many times a day, yeah, do I have to say hello for the first time? How many times a day? So that's one I don't really do too much. Return of the Burger King. I feel like you're going to make it big one day. I hope so. You know, when I was younger, I'll tell you a funny story. I was really doing well with the music. And my wife, at the time, she was my girlfriend, Jennifer. This is just a true story. She wanted to get married. You know, she wanted to have a family. I'm so glad I made that decision because she was the greatest thing of my life. She was the greatest thing of the children's life. She gave me life. Jennifer gave me life. But at the time, I was hesitant. You know, this is when we were only dating for like 2 years or 3 years, something like that. And I was very, very hesitant. And I told her, I said, Jen, I don't think I want to get married. I broke up with her. Can you believe this? Absolutely, AB. Thank you, Sasha. I broke up with my wife. Well, she was my girlfriend at the time. I said, look, I want to go on the road. I want to do my music. I was young. I was in my 20s. And for 1 year, I first met this girl. I never told you guys this. Hey, what's up there, sister? I was going out with this girl who was in love with me. She looked like Pamela Anderson. Her name was, what was her name? Oh, I'm trying to think of her name. Oh, I think her name actually was Pamela, because that's why I can't think this is going back. Like, you're talking a long time ago. You're talking like I was like 22 years old. But so I was dating her for a few months. She had the fake boobs, She had the long blonde hair. I was living the rock star life there for a little bit. But then that was a short-lived thing. That was very short-lived. Then I met this Italian girl, this is Sicilian girl. And I wasn't interested. I kept thinking about Jennifer. That was it. I was just like, I can't be bothered. The girl was driving me crazy. She always wanted to go dancing. This girl, her name was Maria. Every weekend she wanted to go. There was a place called Virgo 69 in Brooklyn. Yeah, no, I went out. You got to see this girl, Peppy. Forgot about it. You would have fainted if you saw this girl. Then I went out. The Sicilian girl. She was very beautiful. She was petite, 5'2", long brown hair. She was Sicilian. She was off the boat. This girl. She was like 100% Italian. But all I thought about was Jennifer. All I thought about was my wife. And I said, I got to get her back. That was it. So after a whole year of me living that kind of rock star life, playing music, I was playing the bars. I was in the Bay Ridge. I was at all the bars you can imagine, playing, my Billy Joel tribute band. Plus, I was throwing original music in. I was playing like 3 or 4 times a week. but I miss Jen, so I had to get her back. So anyway, Pamela Anderson, yeah, that never gets old, right? If you saw this girl, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. She looked exactly. It was listen. I was in my prime back then too, So, Apefather was young, dumb, and you know what, full of you know what. But anyway, I miss Jen. I said I got to get it back. So I wrote this song. I will do this one. There's another one I like to promote. It's called "Back into My Arms." When I wrote this song for Jennifer, she took me back. Can you believe she forgave me? She said, "Okay, do you really love me?" I said, "I really love you." She goes, "You want to start a life? You want to start a family?" I said, "I do." "With me?" I said, "With you. You're my girl." She goes, "Well, I don't know if I believe you." I said, "Well, let me show you this song." I told her. I said, "Let me show you this song and then tell me how you feel afterwards." It's called "Back into My Arms." So many nights I wish that you were here, girl. Hey, Karina. You're living your life since I let you get away. Now I called you on the telephone. You seem surprised to hear from me. All I wanted was to tell you how much. This phone keeps falling, man. It's my wife. She's here with me. She's here. Hold on. Let me just do that one more time here. This is not even my heavy phone, too. It's like crazy. Let me do that one more time. So many nights I wish that you were here, girl. You're living your life since I let you get away. Now I called you on the telephone. You seem surprised to hear from me. All I wanted was to tell you how much I was sorry I hurt you. Now I want you back into my arms. I can change all my mistakes. If you just take one more chance, I promise you there's no more heartaches. I want you back. Come back into my arms. Sometimes you don't know what you got till you lost it. I want you back, but I know I can't force it. You might have lost all your love for me. Now you just want to be free. I'm not giving up that easily. I'm determined to make you see how I feel. Now I want you back into my arms. I can change all my mistakes. If you just take one more chance, I promise you there's no more heartaches. I want you back, girl. Come back into my arms. I can't believe that it seems you made up your mind. Why do I still feel the same after all this time? I don't know if I will ever get you out of my mind. Anyway, it's back into my arms. So Jennifer took me back after that. She said, "What a beautiful song." She says, "I love you. Let's get married. Let's have a family, It works. Thank you, AB Production. It works. And how's the kids doing? Yeah, we're all doing good, Karina. Thank you for asking. How are you? Yeah, that was so funny, Pamela and Tommy Lee. Oh, man, that's funny stuff, man. But so after that, I kind of stopped doing the music, when I got married. Believe it or not, I know a lot of you don't believe this, but I actually was working. I was working for Hilton. I was doing some timeshare sales. I did that for a long time, you know. I did real estate. I did a lot of stuff, man. Yeah, the college days, the good old days, right? What's up there? Happy Friday. No, thank you. What's up there, brother? No, thank you. I am full. I'm never full. We got the LA County Jail in the house here. Not too shabby. How you doing? Um, so after that, I kind of stopped doing music. I was focusing on just getting the house and saving up. And you know, we when we first got married, which was in 2005, we lived in Jackson, New Jersey. I had a beautiful. You had to see the house that I had there. We had this house, Nighthawk Lane. Forget the exact address. I think it was like something 360 something. But they had a football field. It had a football field backyard. And we lived there for a while, and you know, we didn't have kids yet. Our kids, we had my dog Rocky. He was a Shih Tzu, and he had, you know, we had a lot of fun there. Great time. We were literally right by Great Adventure. You know, so after that, you know, Jennifer, the commute was so hard for her. She was working. This is unfortunately how my poor wife got, you know, cancer. The poor beautiful girl. You know, she was working after, you know, after 9/11. She continued to work in the city, and she was commuting from Jackson all the way into Manhattan, and she was doing that for years. You know, and then it's like it got to the point where we decided, you know, let's go back. It's a long story, but we tried a few different things. You know, we temporarily were in Pittsburgh for a little while because she had a lot of family out there. She really tried to convince me. Her whole family, Jennifer's family is from Pittsburgh. Her father was born and raised in Pittsburgh. So, you know, she really tried to get me into Pittsburgh. I admit to you, I love the steak out there. I love the food out there, but I just wasn't into it out there. I don't know. It's like everybody was like a born again Christian. It was like kind of weird, you know. It's like I'm not saying anything bad about it. But like all of our neighbors, they were like trying to get me to become like a born again Christian, you know. They would take me to these churches, and man, those churches were making so much money. You want to talk about crazy stuff? The guy would go up, the pastor. He would say, "Listen, I have to pay." He had this multi-million-dollar complex. It was like a Madison Square Garden. This place was no joke. You guys see this place. He goes, if everybody could just give 10% of their salary, he said, every week, he says, that's what we're asking of you. Now, I was thinking to myself, nobody's going to give money. The whole place went up with their checkbook. They're like, here, 10% of my salary every week. I was like, holy cow. But as you can imagine, I don't know. It's just the whole Pittsburgh thing. I just didn't fit in. I'm a New Yorker. I missed Ellenbees from Modi Gardens. We went back. We went back. We got an apartment in Brooklyn for a while. We started off back. We went back to Brooklyn. Jennifer loved it. The commute was so simple to Manhattan. The commute was very, very simple. And then after that, we lived in Staten Island for a while. We started off. We had a small like in this guy. Let me get rid of this. This guy's a total hater. I don't want to deal with this guy. So we went to Staten Island for a while. We had a small apartment. But eventually, we expanded to we rented out a big house. This was in Great Hills. We had a big, beautiful home in Great Hills. I had an in-ground swimming pool. I had my hot tub. We were doing really well back then. It was going very well for us. And we were doing a lot of family vacations. You know, we went to Hershey. I'm just reminiscing my life. I hope you don't mind. We went to Rhode Island. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, and you know, good old days. Florida, Disney, and eventually we settled in the Jersey Shore. And the reason we came out here is because Jennifer's parents lived right the next town over. They lived in Waretown, and that's why you know she wanted to come out here. Because a lot of people sometimes ask me, they're like, "How did you go from Brooklyn, Staten Island to like, you know, where you live in Barnegat, like, you know, like, how did you?" Well, because her parents lived right next door in Waretown. So it was unfortunate. A lot of tragedies happened after that. Her beautiful mom passed away from leukemia in 2017. It was very, very sad. A lot of things, it just started getting crazy. You know, we got this house around 2018, but we were in the process of of doing everything. When Paul, her beautiful mother, was getting sick, and it happened so quick in 2 weeks too. It was like terrible. And then in 2017, that's when my wife's cancer turned to stage 4. So a lot of things, it was like, as we were making a transition into a new home, we had all of these things happening. That's when I started to get out of sales. That's when I was like, okay, I got to stay home with Jen. I got to take care of my wife. I got to be there 100%, for her. And, we managed with all of these problems to have a great life, though. It was like, it was wonderful. I was always with my wife. I mean, I was so heartbroken the poor girl had cancer, but I was with her like 24 hours a day. My mom was living with us, and the kids had the benefit of growing up with two parents. A lot of kids don't have that. They don't have two parents around all the time. And they had me and my wife all the time together, man. Let's get rid of this hater. I don't want to deal with this guy. I don't want to deal with haters anymore. From Brooklyn to Barnegat, the Lavoie story, yeah? I don't want to deal with haters. I'm sorry, Sherry. Just not today. I don't want to deal with haters. I'm getting really tired of haters. I just don't want to do it. I know they want to push me into hate, but I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it no more. I just don't want to do it no more. Yeah, it was very tough, Karina. This was the first holidays without my wife. It was very difficult, as you can imagine, the first Christmas, the first New Year's. But, we did good. We got through it. The kids are doing great in school. Michael's on the bowling team. Michael's actually right now bowling as we speak, so Sophia's keeping busy with art. She's wonderful with art and the piano, and they're doing well. My daughter is so talented, and as well as my son. Well, my God, she is the most amazing artist. She actually drew a picture of me. I don't, Karina, you want to see a picture? The only thing is that she made me look really bold, but but it actually looks exactly like me. I'm very proud of him. Sophia, can I see that picture you drew of me? It looks just like me, this picture. It literally looks just like me, except that she made me look. I know I'm losing hair, but I didn't lose that much hair. What? Can't you just add a little bit more hair on my head on this picture? It's such a great. Look at this. I mean, it's such an amazing picture. It looks just like me, except that, my God, why do you have to make me so bold for? I mean, I'm not that bold, but it looks just like me. Yeah. Even my daughter says I'm bold. You got any other pictures that you can show us? Not that bold. The shape of the head, right? No, she's a really great artist. She's amazing, Sophia. Amazing.
This is a drawing I made.
Let me see.
Do you like it?
Oh, wow. Sisters.
It's an older drawing.
The two sisters. It's very nice. I look like the Codeheads. Michael Jordan was bald, yeah. Hey, even Tony Soprano started losing his hair, Oh, she's so talented, man. Sasha, you don't have to do anything like that. God bless you, Sasha. Don't worry about it. You're a wonderful person. When you give us super chats, that's a wonderful way of showing love and appreciation, but you don't have to do that either. But God bless you, Sasha. No one has to do tips. No one has to, but if someone wants to do something wonderful for our family, super chats are always appreciated. Well, listen, I could spend it on her, right? We could request it, and I could spend it on her. We'll talk about that. But, anyway, God bless you, Sasha. You've done a lot for us already. Sasha's a wonderful person. She's always done wonderful. But we'll talk about that some other time. Anytime someone gives me, listen, like my sister, example, she gave a Cash App gift one time, and that was for Michael's birthday, and we spent it on Mike. So yes, like if people like, many times like Duct Tape will come here and he'll give a super chat or he'll give a cash app or whatever. It doesn't make a difference. If someone wanted to give gifts, they could do it that way. They could do it by ways too. I'm not asking. I'm not asking for it. I'm just saying. Yeah. I don't really want to get into politics, but that guy's a nut job. That tampon Tim. Oh my God. He's out of his mind, that guy. Anyway, we'll do a quick little song. We'll talk a little bit. Trying to think of the old days when I was younger here. Um, so when me and Jen were young, the big music in Brooklyn was freestyle music. I do this one once in a while. I don't do this a lot, but I really like this song. Jennifer loved this song. You know what's funny? Her friends used to come to my Billy Joel tribute, gigs, and they wanted to hear this particular song. Her friend, she had a great friend, and she used to love this song. It's called "Is This Goodbye," and it's like a freestyle song. This is what the big music was when I was younger as a kid. I'll show you. I remember that day when you told me that you changed the way you feel for me. Nights spent in misery. All I seem to do is think about you constantly. Is this goodbye to all we were? Is it really over? I still feel deep in my heart. Don't want us to be apart. Is this goodbye to all we were? Is it really over? And I still feel deep in my heart. Don't wanna be apart. Days come and go so fast. Memories of times we spent together still do last. Now, as I start again, wonder if eventually there will be that day when I'll think of you. Is this goodbye to all we were? Is it really over? I still feel deep in my heart. Don't want us to be apart. Is this goodbye to all we were? Is it really over? And I still feel deep in my heart. Don't wanna be apart. I am hoping that someday you'd realize you were so wrong. Till then I will keep on wondering. I am hoping that someday you'd realize you were so wrong. Until then I will keep on wondering. That was me trying to sound like George Lamont or like Little Susie in Brooklyn. Thank you, everybody. AB Productions. When I was a kid growing up in Brooklyn, the big music was freestyle. Yeah, like Little Susie, she was singing that song. Take me in your arms, and don't you let me go. See, the problem is I was writing a lot of, listen, I grew up with the Giants, but I got nothing against the Jets, but yeah. But anyway, basically, I used to write a lot of rock songs, and the girls would be upset. All the girls, they'd be like, we want to hear something we can dance to. They used to always say, every girlfriend, like my first girlfriend, I actually wrote this for her, Jackie, who she was the first person who broke my heart. She used to always say, why don't you write something I could dance to? And it took her to break up with me. And when she broke up with me, I wrote that song, Is This Goodbye? So, listen, I know it sounds crazy. I like doing a lot of different styles of music. A lot of people think I'm insane. I was at this rock club once. It's called Downtime, in Manhattan. It was on, I think it was West 30th Street and 8th Avenue. So the whole setup doing rock music. The owner loved me, the guy who owned the club. Then I wanted to do a jazz song. And the guy came up to me with this big major attitude, and he goes, "This is a rock club, Rich. I thought you knew that." He goes, "You can't play jazz music in here." I did it anyway. But thank you, Sasha. Like this was the song I did. It's called Funk a la Richie, and it's this Latin jazz song. I wrote this thinking of Chick Corea, the great pianist, Chick Corea. And the guy in the club got really mad at me. He goes, "Why are you doing jazz music? This is a rock club." He started screaming at me. But anyway. Wait, I gotta fix this phone. Give me 1 second here. This phone is so not stable. Okay. You're the best, Sasha. You don't have to do that, but God bless you. You're the best, Sasha. Sasha is the best. Thank you. So that was the song I did. Thank you very much. Can you watch me play? Well, it's hard because I got to keep the phone up, but here, see? There's a. There you go. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from Laura. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you so much, AB Productions. But this is the song that they said I was in I was in the bar. It's a club called Downtime. He's like, "Don't play no jazz music in here." A lot of people get like, I'll make you laugh. Can I make you laugh? So there was this bar. I think it was called Fitzpatrick's. This was in it was right by the Kings Plaza Mall. This was in Brooklyn, like by Flatlands, over there. And so it's like a real Irish bar. So once again, they wanted rock music, everything rock music, right? No, absolutely. Forget about like Laura here. XRP, Bitcoin, absolutely. Not financial advice, but absolutely, yes. So they didn't want anything else but rock music. I pulled out this song that's like a Frank Sinatra song. And you know what's funny? These young girls, I shit you not, listen to me. These young girls approached me and they were like, "That song is awesome." And it just goes to show you that you never know what people will like. You never know what people will like. I'll show you the song I'm talking about. This is called "The Last Time I Seen Her." Was dedicated to Frank Sinatra and Ava Gardner. But I did this in this bar called Fitzpatrick's, thinking that I was gonna get lynched. You know, like they're like, you can't be playing music like this in here. But they liked it. They all liked it. Let me get this phone a little more steady here. The last time I seen her, she was walking out on me just like she did before. Last time I seen her, she was walking out on me, yeah. I called her up this morning just to see what's going on. Maybe we'll spend some time in a restaurant or drinking cocktails with wine, yeah. We've been going out on and off for a couple of years. The girl needed her space. Sometimes I wonder if really her taste, but baby, when you're not around, my soul cries out, how much you're perfect for me. I have no doubts, but you have to make a big decision for me. Girl, can't you see how I need you? Last time I seen her, she was walking out on me just like she did before. Last time I seen her, she was walking out on me. Little piano solo. But baby, when you're not around, my soul cries out, how much you're perfect for me. I have no doubts, but you have to make a big decision for me. Girl, can't you see how I need you? Last time I seen her, she was walking out on me just like she did before. Last time I seen her, she was walking out on me. Anyway, I was in this rock club doing that song here. And they all loved it. You never would think, right? You would think it's like this like old time type of jazz Frank Sinatra song, but all the girls loved it, man. Listen, I told you guys I believe in Bitcoin a lot. I don't want to really get into financial talk, but you know, I definitely think several years from now you're going to see Bitcoin. I believe so at $1 million. Again, it's not financial advice. Please don't listen to me. Don't listen to anything I'm saying, but I do believe that's going to happen. With its limited supply, with its name, it's the king Bitcoin. I think XRP is going to do well too. You know, I do, but again, not financial advice. You know, I got very turned on with Bitcoin. Very, very turned on with it. It's hot, baby. It's fire. But not financial advice. Sometimes I write songs like I call them like the Rocky Balboa Bitcoin songs. I'll do something like this, yeah. doesn't want to stay steady. Sorry. Let's do that again. God, it's so annoying. My wife used to hold my phone for me. I miss my wife. she used to, she was my partner and everything. My wife. Let me do that again. Let's call this one the Bitcoin and XRP. Okay, Victory song. Anyway, just jamming there a little bit. Pepe turns 30 in September. Any advice? Live your life, enjoy your life, cherish your family. That's the most important thing. Cherish your family. Cherish your family. Every chance you get, hug them, tell them how much you love your family, man. Because family is everything. That's my advice. But enjoy your life, man. I don't want to talk about this, Uncle Charlie, because this is leading into hate, okay? Let's just say I do a lot of things. You could call me a piano teacher. You could call me I'm in sales, okay? You could call me an entrepreneur, okay? That's it. Okay? Does that answer your question? Entrepreneur, piano teacher, I do it all. I do it all. And soon to be a famous rock star on YouTube, all right? I'm sorry I got laid off, brother. God bless you. That leads me to my next song, Everybody's Got Problems. This song is about staying strong, okay? I love the movie Rocky Balboa, forget about it. And there's a line in the movie where he says, it's not how hard you hit, it's how hard you could get hit and keep getting up and keep moving forward. That is exactly what this song, Everybody's Got Problems. A lot of people think it's a negative song. It's actually not a negative song. It's a positive song. It's saying, don't stay down. When times get tough, get up. Get up, you son of a, you know what? Biatch, because Mickey loves you. I do a little bit of this. I do a little bit of that. Everybody's got problems here. I was listening to Michael Jackson when I wrote this song. It was around Halloween time, okay? And the famous song, is Thriller. And so when I first wrote this song, I was trying to write something like a Michael Jackson. It's got a Michael Jackson feel to it. I'm not doing no moonwalk, okay? But it just turned out, the lyrics turned out to be Everybody's Got Problems. Doesn't it sound a little bit like Thriller? Like, got problems. Losing your job, kissing it goodbye. Everybody's got problems. Look, you can't hide. You can't hide. You can't hide. Life could beat you up bad. It's easy to just give up. Don't get knocked down. You gotta get mad. Fight back and be the one standing up when your love ends before your eyes. Everybody's got problems. Losing your job, kissing it goodbye. Everybody's got problems. You can't hide. You can't hide. I know you hurt, son, and you don't believe tomorrow will be a better day. It's up to you. You gotta believe you have the power to make all your troubles go away when your love ends before your eyes. Everybody's got problems. Losing your job, kissing it goodbye. Everybody's got problems. You can't hide. Hey, we're just jamming a little bit there. Forget about it. Talking about the mafia movies, Pepe. You know what that leads to? You know what that leads to? Richie Lavoiani. Oh, that hate is here. Good, you got rid of him, sister. Richie Lavoiani in Palermo, Sicily. In Palermo, Sicily, the Lavoiani name is very, very well known, like the Corleone name. Like Michael Corleone, baby. We'll do a little bit of this called Apefather is a Gangster. Sicily. My grandma told me stories about the old country, how we came to Brooklyn, New York, while I'm eating spaghetti with a spoon and fork, drinking wine, salute, gin tonic. My Uncle Paulie and my Aunt Connie served an Italian feast, yes sir. The Apefather's a gangster. To score every day making cash. I built up a very respectable stash. I don't ask for anything, I just take what is mine, just like a porterhouse steak. Cooked medium rare with a bottle of wine, that's rare. In my life I don't even have a Palermo, Sicily. My grandma told me stories about the old country, how we came to Brooklyn, New York. While I'm eating spaghetti with spoon and fork, drinking wine, salute, gin tonic. My Uncle Paulie, my Aunt Connie served an Italian feast, yes sir. The Apefather's a gangster. Here's all the rules. Never rat on your friends. Always keep your mouth shut. Be a good earner. Keep your nose clean. If you know what I mean. Always follow the rules. We survive by our rules. Richie Lavoiani is a gangster. What's up there, Jeremy? What's up there, Jackpot? What's up there, Vicky? She loves it. Thank you. Oh, you're going to leave me with a glass of wine. I'm relaxing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Too cool. Thank you. You're awesome as well. That's going to lead me to my next song. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Forget about it, Maron. A lot of people don't know this. I was contacted by the local magazine in Brooklyn. It's called Brooklyn Magazine. If you actually type in my name, if you do a Google search and you type in Richie Lavoie, that's my real name. Lavoiani was when they were in Palermo, Sicily. When they had to come into the country in Ellis Island, they cut it shorter to Lavoie. Now I sound French, but my real name is Lavoiani. But if you do a search on Google for Richie Lavoie, Levoi, and you type in Brooklyn Magazine, the Brooklyn song, you'll see the article. They called this song, the Brooklyn song, the greatest ballad ever written in Brooklyn. Can you believe that? What part of what? Of Brooklyn? Or what part of Sicily? Palermo, Sicily. Brooklyn, I grew up in Bensonhurst. The Coney Island side, my first house was West 12th Street, was Gravesend. Yes, I grew up on the Coney. That's actually the song I start off by saying. Grew up on the Coney Island side. Hot dogs at Nathan's and the Cyclone for a ride. Cruising down 86th Street. Got my windows open, blasting music with a beat. Because that's what everybody did back in those days. Like I said, freestyle music was the big thing. Saturday night at Bay Ridge. I met a girl under the Verrazano Bridge. We made out. I'll tell you, as I do the song, I'll do it for you here. I picked up a girl. That was Jennifer, by the way. And we made out underneath the Verrazano Bridge. Late night food at Del Rio Diner. It's not there no more. They took it down. All the great diners in Brooklyn. Del Rio, Vegas Diner. It's gone now. It's terrible. Vegas Diner now is a Chinese buffet, if you could believe it. Freaking Chinese buffet, man. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying they used to be the greatest diner in Brooklyn, Official Wolf of Brooklyn. Yeah, Lake Street, sure. TNS, yep. What was your favorite diner? We should talk about that. There was El Greco. Who remembers that one? There was a lot of good ones, My favorite one of all time will probably be Del Rio, even more than Vegas. I love Vegas, but Del Rio Diner was, to me, the greatest diner of all time. But anyway, let's do the Brooklyn song here. Let's fix this phone here. Let me do that one more time. I want to do that intro good. Coney Island side. Hot dogs and Nathan's and the Cyclone for a ride. Cruising down 86th Street. Got my windows open, blasting music with a beat. Saturday night at Bay Ridge. Picked up a girl made out under the Verrazano Bridge. Late night food at Del Rio Diner. Nothing makes me feel finer than good old Brooklyn. Lunchtime's the best at Jones Deli. Dinner time's the best, that's Pomone Gardens, L&B, best pizza. Summertime at the 18th Avenue Feast all night. Christmas time, seen all the mansions lit up in Docker Heights. It don't get better than this. All the best food and everything at your fingertips. Don't need a car, all you need is a step away. You know, it's true. In Brooklyn, you don't need a car. Everything is like right in front of you, you know? You want to get on the bus, you want to get on the train, you walk down the street, you got all the restaurants. You don't need a car. A Del Rio diner, yep. They used to have this thing, I'll make you laugh, in Del Rio. It was called the Sweetheart Platter. And it had everything on there. You get the chicken fingers, you get everything. The mozzarella all over the French fries, they hook you up. And, mozzarella sticks. And that's how you say it in Brooklyn, mozzarella, not mozzarella, mozzarella. But it's funny because I would be with my buddy Joey, and we just loved everything on the sweetheart platter. So we would order the sweetheart platter, and the waitress would always look at us and be like, "Sweetheart platter for you too?" I'm like, "We just want the food, man. Can't you call it something different?" Now Del Rio is no longer there. I think they're gonna make condos now out of that space. Terrible. No, Del Rio. Like I said, Brooklyn has changed, man. Not too many of the great landmarks are still standing. Yeah, Del Rio is gone. Vegas Diner is gone. It's crazy, man. L&B is still standing. John's Deli is still there. It's under new ownership. And then the original owners are on 13th Avenue next to Tasty Bakery, so they're still there. But a lot of Brooklyn has changed, man. I also, that song that you heard, Jeremy, with the band, that was Brooklyn Funk. That's an instrumental one I wrote about Brooklyn. But it sounds pretty cool with the whole band, right? I got to do it. I got to get a band together. I did that at the bitter end. This is a Brooklyn Funk. Anyway, little Brooklyn Funk there. Forget about it. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea, right? Who wants to be in the Apefather band? Thank you, Jeremy. Who wants to be auditions? Let's get rid of this idiot. So I'm not gonna be doing like long live streams because I want to start doing a lot of productions. But we're gonna finish off with one more for now. And me and Jeremy have to jam out, man. We definitely got to jam, brother. We got one more here, and Apefather's gonna go manja a little bit, gonna eat a little bit here. Forget about it. Forget about it. Try to think of a good. I wrote this song called "Dream No More." This is a really difficult song to sing. This is a really cool drum song, though. You speak to me, I seem so far, where my mind is somewhere else, in a place where my life is just the way I want it to be. Even though I live each day in this world of reality, waiting for the day I don't have to dream no more. Dream no more, na 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 na. Time goes by so fast. Make it worth it, make it last. It won't come back again. Live each day like it's the last one. And if you want it enough, nothing will stand in your way. I'm gonna make it come true, no matter what I can do. Going over the line. Speak to me, I seem so far, where my mind is somewhere else, in a place where my life is just the way I want it to be. Even though I live each day in this world of reality, waiting for the day I don't have to dream no more. This is a cool jam song for the drums. Dream no more, na 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 na. Do like a free bird jam there. That would be a good song for us to jam on. That's a really cool drum song. Thank you, Jeremy. He's the best. Hey, what's up? Back to the Future. Imagine the band Ape and the Bananas. That's cool. I like that. Ape and the Bananas. All the haters are very upset right now that I'm not fighting with them. They want to fight, you know? I'm tired of hate, man. These guys don't understand. Trying to think of what else I could do here. Ow. People Change is a cool song to do with the drums too, you know? We get some like congas and stuff. This is a cool like jam, you know? La di da 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 di da. Yeah. Some people change their jobs like turning pages in a book. None of this surprises me at all. I accept the world for what it is. But why did you have to change the way you think for me? It all happened so suddenly. And I tell you, don't worry, I'll be right. But I no longer sleep at night. After everything we have been through, it seems so strange. Guess the answer is people change. Come on, jam out. Yeah-oh, yeah-oh, la-di-da-da-da-da-di-da. Yeah-oh, yeah-oh, la-di-da-da-da-da-di-da. Some people change their names. Maybe it's just a statement. You know what's crazy about that song? I'm sorry to just stop, but it's got like a Caribbean feel to it, but you can hear the Billy Joel influence in it, right? It's such a rare combination, yo. It's like a Billy Joel Caribbean song. We want Greenland, right? Absolutely. Isn't that an odd combination? Billy Joel and Caribbean music. You know, it's funny when I would do I wish I was Billy Joel. He's the king, but thank you. He's the goat. Billy's the goat, but thank you so much. Hey, we're both New Yorkers, so that's probably where you could see the. Listen, I'll tell you a funny story. Okay, I met a lot of people who do Billy Joel music. Okay, but what people don't understand is that Billy Joel is a New Yorker. Okay, and when you sing his music, you have to sing it like you're Tony Soprano. You got to sound like you're a connected guy when you sing Billy Joel's music. I once heard this guy who was like in theater. You know, he was like very theatrical. And this was at LaGuardia, the School of Music, right? So he says, Richie. I say, hey, how you doing? Whatever. Can you do a Piano Man? I want to warm up. He was a singer. This was LaGuardia. And I'm like, okay. So we singing it like, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. I'm like, no. I said, that's not the way you do it. He goes, but this is a theater. We're in a theater. I said, I don't care. You can't sing Piano Man like that, you know? You got to be from Brooklyn. You got to be a new. He goes, just let me hear you. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old, you hear in New York? There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. You got to have that whole New York vibe. But yeah, so, you know, I try to do that in my music. I try to make, you know, the New York come out. You know, like the song I wrote, I'm a New Yorker. Like I said, I tell everybody the story. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. I've never been to Austin, Texas. I would like to go to Texas in general. I've never been to Texas, but I love Stevie Ray Vaughan. I always wanted to write a really cool blues song like he does. He uses these sharp 9 chords, you know? Like Hendrix, you know, like Hendrix. You know, I wanted to write a song like that. So this is this is called I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker. Nothing's gonna stand in my way. I'm a New Yorker. Fighting to pass traffic every day. get by. I'm a New Yorker. My dreams limits on to the sky. Gotta be the best, can't settle for less if you're gonna make it in New York City. Lupiao solo. Anyway, a little blues jam there. Forgot about it. Used to live in Texas. I left all my exes in Texas. I never been there. I got to get there one day. I got to get there. But I love Stevie Ray Vaughan, man. I got to go up. The music out there is so cool. I got to check it out. Great food, great barbecue, right? Great music. I would love Texas. Forgot about it. All right, well, I'm going to do one more here. If I can make it here, make it anywhere. New York, New York. This is a song I wrote. Let Me Buy You a Drink Tonight. It's kind of a depressing song. But once in a while, you know, we all need to go to a bar, have a couple of drinks, and we just want someone to talk to, you know? We want someone to listen to. I was listening a lot to Captain Jack when I wrote this. Anyway. What was it, right? Anyway, this one's called Let Me Buy You a Drink Tonight. Life could be unfair. Give it all you got, but nobody cares. You're out there on your own to make your life happy, or ends pass you by in such a fast way. Let me buy you a drink tonight. Cheers, my friends. I wish you a bright future for your family. Please forgive me, 'cause tonight I'm feeling lonely. Thank you for the company. You tell me things will get better. The sun will rise again, gonna pass by this bad weather. I know it's raining down on you. The rain will go away, gonna bring something new. Anyway, it's too depressing, that song. Let's end with an upbeat one. BBQ in Austin. Just avoid the libs there, absolutely. Let's do something more uplifting. That one's a good song, but it's too sad. It's about a guy who's drunk and he's depressed and he just desperately wants company, someone to listen to the good old days. Let's do something. Today's Friday. Let's do Feeling Good Tonight. We'll end with that one. That's a good one. This is called The Weekend Song, aka Feeling Good Tonight. get by to survive. Car broke down, can't get around. Now the bus takes me all over town. The landlord says my rent is late. Can't afford to go on a date. I know it's not the smartest thing to hit the bar, but I feel like a king. Feeling good tonight. Woke up the next day, the party's over, I go back to work today. So bored, I cannot wait till Friday night when I can take a break from the same old routine. I wanna feel like I'm in a dream. Reality is so overrated. Wanna feel like I am sedated. Feeling good tonight. Anyway, I'll be back a little later. God bless all of you. Thank you, Jeremy. You're the best. Thank you, Pepe. Thank you, sister. Thank you, Back to the Future, and everybody who came down. Sasha, I will see you guys a little later. Happy Friday, guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves.